7 is on your side getting answers about something we've noticed. I saw a couple out on the road today. You know, even though it's been 6 months, most schools in our area, they're not in-person classes. Fairfax County school buses, they're still running their routes. New tonight, ABC 7 Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Tim Barber tells us why they're doing it.
Come on board. That's a very important skill to be able to drive one of these safely. You're responsible for all of these little lives on board, and it's not to be taken lightly.
So Kate Masterson is still driving her empty school bus around Fairfax County to keep her skills fresh and her bus in working order.
The longer they sit, the more costly the maintenance is to fix them.
On average, each bus costs $8,000 a year to maintain.
FCPS has more than 1,600 buses, so some of them are also being used to deliver students food, school supplies, and to daycare programs.
Whenever you do see a bus on the road, there is a function and a purpose behind it.
When Masterson is not on the road, she's helping with clerical or janitorial work at West Springfield Elementary School.
Being able to get back to the kids when we can't see them is really important.
So the wheels on the bus will continue to go round until students are back in their seats.
We miss them so much. We are here, we're helping, and we can't wait to see them.
Reporting in Fairfax County, Tim Barber, ABC 7 News.
Well, developing tonight, the Prince George's County School Board just voted down a plan to remove armed school resource officers. ABC 7's Heather Graff is live at the alert desk with the details. Heather.
Well, Carl, it's a controversial topic that first came up over the summer, and the discussion picked back up tonight during a virtual meeting of the school board for Prince George's County Public Schools. The proposal that was voted down tonight would have terminated the district's school resource officer contract with the Prince George's County Police Department. Board members in support of that plan cited recent protests and calls for police reform in this area and across the country.
I do not believe that we need to continue to have armed police in our schools that are not accountable to any of us, that interact with our students on a daily basis.
We are leading on this question. It is not an attempt to delay. It's an attempt to say when you make a decision like this, it is not just the Board of Education. When our children come to us with issues that result in policing, those are community expressions.
Now, in the end, the school resource officer proposal just did not have the votes to pass, at least not right now. What board members did approve tonight is a plan that asked the school district's chief executive officer to start working on an updated budget that would provide $5 million in funding by 2022 for things like mental health support and guidance counselors for students.
Welcome back. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and one Maryland mother doesn't want September to pass without sharing her son's struggle with a disease that nearly took his life. She documented each step to share with family, kept at a distance due to COVID-19. Here's ABC 7's Victoria Sanchez.
Easter Sunday 2019.
I've seen my own child hurt and go through things that I wish I could have taken his place.
Ashley Whitney's 5-year-old, Riley, was diagnosed with cancer. High-risk neuroblastoma.
Usually considered high risk is considered like stage 4.
He's currently getting a blood transfusion.
Throughout it all, his signature grin never left his face.
He is our Smiley Riley. And he has been since day one.
Children's National Hospital became Smiley Riley's new home. 18 months later,
Riley, that is your last treatment. 3, 2, 1, pitch it! Yay! Yay! You did it, bud. High five. Come on. You kick cancer's what?
I kick cancer's butt.
The now 6-year-old is back with his 3 brothers and parents in Annapolis, Maryland. But not without a hero's welcome. Through the surgeries, chemo, bone marrow transplant, Smiley Riley's resilience even surprised some celebrities.
Hi, what's your name?
Riley.
His strength rivaling the God of Thunder.
Hi, Smiley Riley.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you, mate.
It was a very daunting checklist, but he did it all, didn't you?
I did.
You did.
Finish line crossed. The final bell rung. Victoria Sanchez, ABC 7 News.
Earlier tonight, D.C.'s newest memorial was dedicated to President and World War II hero Dwight D. Eisenhower, and it's unlike any other here in Washington. ABC 7's Jake Korf is at Independence and 4th with our first look at the full display.
And I'm proud to be an American.
From a depiction of his famed speech before D-Day to his 2 terms in the White House to a bronze of his humble beginnings in Kansas, the Dwight D. Eisenhower Memorial was dedicated on a rain-soaked Thursday evening. Designed by architect Frank Gehry, this 4-acre park stands along Independence Avenue near 4th Street, just a stone's throw from the National Mall.
Memorials act as historical touchstones. They are the intersection of memories and history. They are meant to inspire contemplation and reflection about events and people like Eisenhower, who shaped our history profoundly.
The 34th President of the United States had a distinguished military career, leading the Allied Expeditionary Force in Europe, including his successful invasion of Normandy.
He was an ordinary man who answered the call to perform extraordinary duties. And then when the war was over, he was humble about it. He realized that his fame was earned, as he put it, in the blood of his followers and the sacrifices of his friends.
While in office, historians consider President Eisenhower to be a pragmatist. He helped end the Korean War while weathering the Cold War, ushered in the interstate highway system, signed the Civil Rights Act of 1957, and created NASA.
This memorial teaches us that through all of the darkness, there is light. And this memorial comes exactly the right time to provide some light in our troubling times.
Beautiful. And tomorrow, the Smithsonian is reopening 4 more of its museums: the National Museum of African American History and Culture, the National Portrait Gallery, the American Art Museum, and Renwick Gallery have been closed since March because of the pandemic. Visitors need to reserve free timed entry passes online, and masks are required.